All right, let's talk about that inner dialogue that you have. It's really important to come up with a way of speaking to yourself during the day that is positive. Obviously, we want to develop a healthy relationship with ourselves. I remember one time years ago, before I started this journey, actually right about when I started this journey, I was telling my husband something, and in my head, I was just kind of communicating to him about how he needed to get this done and he hadn't done this yet. And, what are we going to be doing about XYZ? And he turned and he said, "Why are you being so mean to me?" And it struck me because I didn't think I was. And I was just talking to him kind of the same way I speak to myself, which made me think like, okay, this is how I speak to people that I love. I have high expectations and I want them to not drop any balls, and I want them to do all the things and make sure they have a plan for how everything's going to happen. And it's not very nice. It's not very nurturing, and it's just full of demands and expectations. And I realized that's not a healthy way to speak to yourself. It's not a healthy way to speak to your husband or your partner or your best friend or your children. And it's definitely not a nice way to talk to yourself. So then came this exploration of, well, how do I speak to myself? How do I stop focusing on everything that I didn't do and start focusing on everything I have done? What are the things I have done? That's the stuff to be proud of and to focus on and to keep doing. The stuff that didn't happen already didn't happen. There's no reason to have to focus on that. So it's that type of dialogue that we want to start to identify and address at this phase of your journey. So it's going to be very important, not only for allowing you to build momentum and keep moving forward through your journey and be proud of yourself and cheer yourself on and see results, stay consistent, but it's also going to be a really important way to create and cultivate that mindfulness to help you make those choices and help you make the decisions that you want to be making and put you back in control. So when you're reaching for the candy that's sitting on Susan's desk at work or on the leftover pizza on your kid's plate, and you just kind of grab it and you think, I shouldn't be eating this, I'm just going to finish it, hide all the evidence of what I've just eaten, you can actually stop, even after you've taken that bite, and think, do I want this? How's it going to make me feel? Am I hungry? If I'm eating this because I'm hungry, maybe I should find something with actual nutrients in it to feed my body and satisfy that hunger. Am I just eating it because it's there? Well, I don't need to do that. Am I just eating it because I really want to eat some pizza? It looks delicious. Yeah. Okay, well, why don't I take a bite and then throw the rest away? Or why don't I have a couple pieces of that candy and then move on? You don't have to feel guilty. It can be a choice that you feel okay with and fits into your healthy lifestyle. So I want you to practice stopping and thinking. And one of the best ways to do this, so we're going to be doing this right now before we eat anything or before you have a workout, when you have time to get in a workout and you start to think, well, I don't want to do that. I'm too overwhelmed. That doesn't sound fun. I'd rather do this, or I have laundry to be done. These are the times when you're approaching a meal or snack, when you're about to grab something because it's just there, or when you're about to talk yourself out of getting active, stop and check in with yourself and have a conversation. Don't try to ignore it. Don't try to ignore the person inside you who's saying, I don't want to work out. Talk to them. Talk to them like you would your child or your best friend and listen. Why don't you want to work out right now? Well, I'm really tired. Okay, but I had planned on working out and it's going to make me feel pretty bad if I skip it. So maybe I'll just go for a walk right now or stretch. Does stretching sound okay, Shannon? Yeah, it does. I'll do that. Or some yoga. Or maybe I'll just do a 10-minute workout. I can't even fathom an hour, but I could probably do 10 minutes. have a conversation with yourself and let yourself make a choice. Don't demand, don't tell yourself what you should do. Just make a choice. Listen to yourself, trust yourself, and respect the voices that you have and the things that you're telling yourself. Don't try to just ignore them or tell them they're bad or just listen and feel guilty, because you're not really listening. You're just acting at that point. And when it comes to food, meals, snacks, grabbing that random cookie, stop. The best way to do this is to develop the habit of having a glass of water before you eat anything. It's going to do two things. It's going to keep you hydrated, which we need, and which will satisfy hunger cravings, kind of those random cravings that you're not sure if they're actual hunger or thirst. So it'll solve that, and it's also going to keep you mindful. It's going to make you stop and think, okay, why do I want this? Okay, it's lunchtime. I'm just about to grab anything because I'm so hungry. All right, drink a glass of water. Stop and think. Well, what is one way I can make it a little bit healthier? I really want a burger. Okay, what can I do to kind of satisfy that and still feel like it's healthy? I'm not getting the burger and the fries and stopping at McDonald's, but maybe I could go grab a burger to make. Maybe I could go to In-N-Out and get one burger, no fries. Maybe I could grab a salad at Starbucks, or maybe there's something out there that I can grab that also sounds delicious. What is something else that I love that is a little bit healthier than a burger? So it's just making those choices that you feel good about, no matter what they are. And they can be small. So you don't need a big workout all the time. It's more important to stay consistently active, going for walks every day, doing a little bit of stretching, doing 10 minutes of strength exercises. That is going to get you seeing progress way more than the random occasional workout that you really don't want to be doing or doesn't feel like good at the time, but it does feel good after. And you know that it's going to feel good after, but you don't do it enough. So if you're having trouble motivating, slow it down, back off. Don't put so much pressure on yourself. Treat yourself like the awesome person that you are, and be your own best friend. Be the support system that you would be for anybody else. Talk to yourself, reason with yourself, think through things, be compassionate. So I want you to really focus on that inner you, the conversation. Just start identifying the conversations. If you start getting into an old habit, you can stop and think. At that point, you don't have to just keep going because it already happened. All right? Stop, listen to yourself, try to identify why you're doing things, why you make the unhealthy choice, and then you work with the why. Don't work with the unhealthy choice and saying I shouldn't do that. Work with the why. Why am I doing this? Why does this feel good? All right? So that's what I want you to work on. Let me know how it goes, and I'll see you next time. Bye.